All right, man. Told you to talk after hours. You know what it is. So look, man. More to come. More to come. More to come. So look, Drake, UMG, Lucian Grainge actually reveals that Drake contacted UMG to renegotiate the contract during during the court proceedings. So we're gonna get into that, man. Make sure you stick with me. Torture Talk After Hours. You know what it is. All right, so let's get it. This comes courtesy of the mayor. Let's get it.
Oh, run up these likes, run up these likes, run up these likes, ladies and gentlemen. Things are getting insanely crazy. So Drake, all right, is now being exposed by Lucian Grainge for trying to renegotiate his contract with UMG during the lawsuit. What is wrong with Drake? All right, now I picked a very specific part of Lucian Grainge's response to Drake's legal team. All right, which took place, all right, on I believe what was it today, August 15th, I believe, or yesterday.
You know, it's crazy that, excuse me, it's crazy that all of these things come out. I just seen a video where someone said that they believe Drake is going to get deleted by the Illuminati. Now, I've been saying this. Now I don't know about Illuminati, but I've been saying that I believe that he's playing with dangerous fire and something might happen. I've been saying this. If you look at my page, I've been saying this. You have to be real careful dealing with these people, and I think that he probably didn't even pay attention. So let's keep it going.
Lucian spoke, man. He spoke. All right. He left a very interesting response. All right. I need you to smash the like and share the video. Check it out. This is what Lucian said. All right. He says, given my role, I am accustomed and unfortunately largely resigned to personal attacks, and I further recognize that a frequent strategy of UMG's litigation opponents is to attempt to waste my and UMG's time and resources with discovery of the sort that Drake is seeking here, either in an attempt to gain media attention or in an effort to force some kind of commercial renegotiation or financial concessions. But given
And that's what it's all about, right there. Renegotiation. I'm telling y'all, UMG has all the Drake's material. They own the rights to his stuff. And I think that he's trying to renegotiate a better deal. I think he's just acting like a spoiled brat, if you ask me. And I think that it's gonna backfire on him. I think all of this is just gonna backfire. Y'all witnessing the fall of one of the greatest artists of all time, and y'all witnessing the fall in real time. In real time, y'all witnessed it. Everybody, all of us.
Drake's motion, I would like to make it quite clear that I had commercial renegotiation or financial concessions. But given Drake's motion, I would like to make it quite clear that I had never heard the recording Not Like Us, nor ever saw the corresponding cover art or music video until after they were released by Interscope Records. While as part of my role, I certainly have financial oversight of and responsibility for UMG's global businesses, the proposition that I was involved in, much less responsible for reviewing and approving the content of Not Like Us, its cover art or music video, or for determining or directing the promotion of those materials is groundless and indeed ridiculous. And this is coming from Lucian Grainge. If you heard exactly what I read, Lucian is saying that Drake might be trying to renegotiate, all right, the contract.
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it because he putting it out there as plain as day. He's putting it out there as plain as day. This is just an attempt for a renegotiation. This is all this is about. Because we've been all saying this. We've been all saying this. I don't know. I think when I yarn so much, man, because I be sitting down in this chair, slumped down like this and talking. Maybe I need to sit up with some type of you know what I'm saying? Sit up, some posture. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I need to stop being so slumped. You know what I mean? But no, this is definitely something I think that he was doing. Definitely.
During this lawsuit might be for commercial use, meaning it can only be used for an album rollout of the album Iceman by Drake, right? Now, I guess, or allegedly, Drake's supposed to be dropping the Iceman episode 3 tonight, from what I understand. But if Lucian Grainge is presenting this evidence, if he's saying that, hey Drake, aren't you trying to renegotiate with us? I'm not trying to sue us, champ. This is all a joke. This isn't serious. You need to cut it out. All right. Now, in my personal opinion, I think Drake and Lucian had a conversation behind the scenes where Drake told him he's trying to renegotiate and telling Lucian not to go forward with this, saying not to mention it in court, but Lucian mentions it anyway. I think Drake thought that he could trust Lucian on that level, even after technically snaking Lucian and accusing him of doing something like purposefully destroying your career after he gave you $400 million up front. All right, not even asking for the money back, a verbal agreement telling you that, hey, you don't even have to pay us back. You don't have to pay back the money, the advance, because guess what? We're going to get everything back with those album sales. So keep the money, man. We don't even need it back. We have endless budget.
Definitely, they definitely do have an endless budget. I'm gonna tell you now. Um, do I think that Lucian and Drake actually spoke? I will say they probably did, and I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't go any further. I would be surprised. Maybe this a drop. Maybe he'll drop this after the Iceman album. I'm thinking that that's what it is. I'm thinking that as long as maybe him and Lucian have a plan. Maybe this is a part of the Iceman rollout. Maybe they already know that this ain't gonna go nowhere, and they want this album to be the best album as far as like controversy. So maybe it is a plan. Maybe there's a plan for Lucian Grains and Drake to act as if they're beefing to get this Iceman album to go number one. I don't know. I'm just saying that could be a possibility.
This is Lucian's words. Drake turns around after losing a battle that he agreed to have. That he told Kendrick to call him a Geppetto win because he believed that it would work. The moment that it worked, when Kendrick did exactly what Drake told him to do, now here we are in court, right? Which is absolutely weird, and this is a huge blemish on Drake's career, not anyone else's. This is all a Drake thing. This don't got nothing to do with hip. You understand? And as I said in a live stream that I had to delete, I said way back when, over 20 plus years ago, the rapper Noriega, who was a part of CNN, Capone Noriega, he did an interview where he talked about rappers suing, all right, over rap battles. So this would not be the first time that someone is suing over a rap battle. All right, but it is the most mainstream form or version of someone suing over a rap battle for sure, which is quite foreign to everyone. But this isn't the first occasion that it happened. All right, and like I said, I don't think that Drake wanted Lucian to say this, and I believe that Lucian and Drake had a conversation. In my opinion, not saying that that's fact. So if you run around and say, "Hey, Lucian spoke to Drake during this lawsuit," then you just running off for the lie because I'm speculating and going off my own opinion based on what Lucian is saying about what Drake is doing. And it appears that Lucian thinks that this is completely a joke and a waste of time, which means he and UMG as a collective is trying to get this dismissed and out the way.
I believe it. I do believe that they had a. I mean, they had to be in communication because the Iceman album. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that Drake is gonna put out an album without them knowing. They gotta still approve this stuff because you gotta understand he's under them, so they still gotta approve it. He can't just put out whatever he want. Um, so I think that there was some type of conversation between them. Do I think that maybe there is gonna be a deal settled? Maybe or maybe Drake just committed to it. Maybe Drake's like, I'm not gonna settle this deal until after the album drops. Maybe that's the case.
Now that may take some time because court cases like this last a while. It doesn't just go away that quick. These court cases can last for years at a time. You know what I'm saying? It could last for maybe 20, 20, 30. We might still be here. You know what I'm saying? If Lucian's still here, that is. Okay. But once again, this is quite ridiculous if Drake is indeed trying to renegotiate that $400 million with Lucian Grainge. All right. Now, another thing is this is completely blown over. This is going beyond hip hop. All right. There are major news outlets that are also speaking on this matter right now. In case you didn't know, the Guardian gang, the Guardian is also speaking on this. Okay, look at this, man. This is making headline news, gang. This is huge news. This isn't just something that everybody forgot. Right, this Drake and Kendrick conversations doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon, gang. Let's just be real, okay?
And I told people this. I said that because there was somebody that said that this battle, it really doesn't matter. It's not as big as everybody making it out to be. And I said, you bugging. You're bugging. You got major news outlets talking about this battle. I'm talking like MSNBC, CNN. You had sportscasters, people talking about this battle. This battle is this is the biggest battle of all time when it comes to music. And it's still going on to this day. No battle has ever lasted this long. No battle has ever lasted this long. This is over. It's over a year. It's going on 2 years. This is going on 2 years, and we still talk about this battle. It's crazy.
Says Universal denies that head Lucian Grainge was personally involved in Kendrick Lamar's attack on Drake. UMG called for Drake's motion to include Grainge's communications on the Not Like Us song. Listen, it's quite clear Lucian had nothing to do. Why would Lucian be involved in response tracks to you? That doesn't make sense. And you're accusing UMG of purposefully trying to drag your career. Something that 50 Cent, all right, did when he was signed to Interscope under Jimmy Iovine. And as soon as 50 started going at Jimmy Iovine, that's when his career took a toll for worse. He had the album battle with Kanye and lost the battle, all right? And that was kind of the end of the 50 Cent G Unit era. It was no longer a thing. He was beating with Jimmy Iovine at Interscope based on the fact that he was helping promote The Game, who was also an Interscope artist who turned on 50 Cent and they had beef. So he was upset at Interscope for continuing to promote slanderish, all right, slanderish merch like the GU Not shirts, which were this G Unit.
Thing is, people gotta understand, and I want people to understand this. This when we dealing with music, the record labels are caught in a catch 22. They're going to promote whether you like it or not. If there's a diss track, it's like Don King. You got two fighters. He's gonna promote both of those fighters. If one fighter is bigger and better than the other, he's gonna put all his time and effort into that fighter. That's how it goes. When people say stuff like, well, how is it that these record labels be promoting people to their own demise? No, these rappers want to rap against each other. The record label's like, okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna promote you, and I'm gonna promote you. They're promoting dangerous rhetoric. The rappers are the ones that write the stuff. Like, I listen. I'm not advocating or out here saying that the record labels are right. I am saying that a lot of these rappers don't take accountability, and y'all never want to put these rappers and put their feet to the fire and make them take accountability. Rappers be saying all types of crazy stuff, but I mean, it is what it is.
Right? He was upset about that. 50 was upset about it. All right. But now we have Drake, instead of doing what he's doing, what 50 did, he's not trying to go at Lucian's neck based on what Kendrick got going on. He's basically trying to sue UMG as a whole, as well as Lucian, for what's going on. He's not trying to attack him or slander him per se, but he is accusing him of forcing the attack on his career. All right, for the betterment of Kendrick's career. So he's saying it's favoritism ultimately, that hey, y'all have more favor for this guy. What happened to me? I thought I was the #1 guy. So because Drake has been spoiled all these years, he's pretty much upset that the focus on Dot has grown. All right. And this is someone who has definitely tried to sabotage careers like Pusha T, because they were people who worked at UMG who were purposefully silencing Pusha T, trying to make sure he wouldn't get verses on collab albums like Pop Smoke's posthumous album because of Drake. All right. And Drake had people that worked at UMG who did it, and they're no longer working there. So now he no longer has power at UMG. There's no cheat code at UMG anymore. So Drake's mad. He's upset. He's not.
And you know the crazy thing is, I see Drake fans actually never talk. They actually never bring that up. Why y'all never bring up the fact that Drake been out here really trying to silence rappers? Y'all say y'all love hip hop, but then y'all don't want to talk about how Drake really been out here silencing people. Like, I don't understand it. I mean, I just need to understand. I need to understand.
Used to, being not spoiled. All right. And he would think that someone was going to come to his rescue now. Usually the Prince family, Jay Prince would come to your rescue, like how they did with the Pusha T situation, but Jay Prince was nowhere to be found. In my personal opinion, had Jay Prince not been there for the Pusha T situation, I think that would have been probably the same result as the Kendrick situation. Well, minus all of the Super Bowl things. I ain't gonna lie, but Pusha T was already putting Drake in a very nasty hole. Okay, when he dissed him. Had Jay Prince not been there again, what will be the outcome of Drake's career? All right. And this is back in like what, 2017, 2018, reading the story of Adidon, and Drake is about to use a promo to reveal he has a son. Like, bro, had Jay Prince not been in the picture to do damage control for you, champ, you might have had a nasty career going forward at that time, even earlier, before this battle even took place last year.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Pusha T really put a hurting on him, and to this day, when people bring up losses, they say Kendrick and they say Pusha T, and it's crazy how Pusha T and Kendrick working together, and I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. But as far as Lucian Grainge go, I'm telling y'all, this could be a part of the rollout. This could be a part of the rollout. I'm not gonna lie. This could be a part of the rollout, and if it is, that was very clever. It's very I give it. I have to give it to Drake. If this was a part of his album rollout, very clever, very clever.
To just be honest about the situation. The Prince family no longer has ties to Drake. And Drake doesn't have ties to them after he had the FBI raid them. So because of that, they no longer are working with him. They distance themselves with them. They're not speaking on this beef because they don't got nothing to do with this beef. They've already distanced themselves. They are no longer associated anymore. So Drake is now on his own. Nobody to do damage control except for his fans, his glazers, people like DJ Academics.
I did not know that. I didn't know that Drake had something to do with them getting raided. I need to look into that. I never heard that. I never knew that. I don't know everything. I know 99% of stuff, but I don't know everything. Some things get past me.
Rules, and other influencers who try to paint this narrative that Drake won the beef and that Kendrick is this, that, and the third, that he's being gassed and all this nonsense. So propaganda machine doesn't seem to be working in his favor. What's the next step? We sue. We have to sue. Let's get something out of the deal. I gamble a lot. Let's sue UMG for 2 million, 2 billion, not making 2 billion. And this is words out of Maul's mouth, who actually knows Drake, has been around Drake. Okay, so this lawsuit, according to Lucian and Grainge, might just be for promo, might just be album rollout. And if it is, will it work is the question. Because a lot of people are gonna tune in now. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, this has gotten way more interesting. People are way more invested, right? Like last year, is it fun to be invested in this? Not much, but it is interesting with this whole court case and what's happening here. You dig me? I'm just trying to get to the point. Don't expect me to be reading a bunch of court papers and court documents, all right? I'll read the main stuff. I'm getting to the meat and the potatoes, champ. I'm not beating around the bush. I'm not reading no full 52-page document and let somebody else do that. That's on them. Me, champ, I'm getting straight to the point. We ain't got time, champ. Even though these videos are kind of lengthy, I ain't gonna lie. All right? But listen.
Yeah, man. So if y'all want to check out the rest on his channel, go ahead. It's the Mayor Showface News. Always hilarious, always funny. But yeah, man. This is just something I think that the more and more I think about it, this definitely could be a rollout. And it would be epic if he did that. If he pulled it off. If he pulled it off. But somebody's gonna have to concede. Either him or them. Maybe Drake may concede after the album comes out. But he might concede quietly, or maybe because this is gonna go on for a long time. People gonna forget about it. It's not gonna be something that's just gonna happen overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this court case could last for years and years and years. Like, you gotta understand, this ain't something that, they can drag their feet. They could keep postponing stuff, and it's, you know what I'm saying, Drake might not even be in the music industry no more after this. Like after this, when the case is over, his son might be, taking over or something like that. So either way, thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Torture Talk After Hours. See y'all. Peace. Bye.